The sun rose gently over the quiet town. Birds tweeted their morning songs as they flew past the old weathered houses with paint peeling from their sides. In one of them lived a girl named Emma, whose days were filled with helping her mother around the house and caring for her loyal dog, Buddy. One Saturday, while cleaning out old boxes in her attic, Emma stumbled upon something unexpected, a small, dusty photo album tucked away in the corner. As she blew off the cobwebs and opened it, the scent of old paper and distant memories filled her senses. Inside were pictures of her grandfather, Rusty, smiling, working in his fields, and most preciously, with Buddy, his four-legged companion. Buddy's nose twitched as he leaned closer to the photos, his tail wagging slowly, as though he recognized the man who had once been his entire world. As Emma flipped through the album, she noticed one picture was torn, missing a piece that had flaked away with time. In the photograph, Emma could see her grandfather, Rusty, standing by the old riverside bench with Buddy at his side. The other half of the picture was gone, lost to time or perhaps to water, leaving behind a mystery that tugged at Emma's heartstrings. Determined to solve the puzzle, Emma gathered up the old photo and, with Buddy trotting by her side, set off into town. She wanted to find someone who might have known her grandfather and could help her piece together the missing part of the photograph. As she walked, Buddy sniffed at the ground, his tail held high, his keen nose leading them toward their first clue. Emma and Buddy's journey took them to the town square where they met an old woman watering her garden. The woman's name was Martha, and she had been a close friend of Rusty's when they were young. "Oh, that bench!" Martha exclaimed when she saw the photo. "That reminds me of so many good times. Your grandfather and Buddy spent every evening there watching the sunset." She paused, thinking hard. "Let me see if I have anything that could help you." Martha led them to a cluttered shed filled with old furniture and trinkets. "Here, take this," she said, handing Emma a faded photograph. "I found this in my attic recently." The photo showed the same bench with Rusty and Buddy, but it was upside down and only captured part of the image. However, it did show the inscription on the bench, "To my best friend, always and forever." With renewed determination, Emma continued her search. One of these people was the town historian who had a wealth of knowledge about the town's history. He helped Emma locate the exact spot where the bench from the photograph had stood. Finally, Emma and Buddy arrived at the bench in the photograph. Buddy stopped, sitting quietly as he gazed at the flowing water. His tail no longer wagging, his ears perked, listening intently to the sound of the river. Emma sat beside him, the torn picture in her hands. She looked at the spot where the missing half of the photo had been and realized something. The picture wasn't really missing. Buddy, with his aging muzzle and cloudy eyes, was still sitting faithfully by the riverside, just like in the photograph. Rusty might be gone, but his legacy lived on in Buddy, in the smiles he brought to people's faces, in the joy he spread wherever he went. It dawned on Emma that her grandfather had loved Buddy more than anything. When he passed away, Buddy must have felt lost, wandering around town, visiting all their favorite spots, until he finally made his way back to the bench by the river. It was here that Buddy had spent some of his happiest moments with Rusty, listening to his stories, feeling his presence, and creating unforgettable memories. Emma slipped the torn photo back into the album. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting golden light over the river, Buddy leaned against her, his eyes closed, content. In that moment, Emma understood that love, loyalty, and memory were all still alive. They were in the wrinkles on Buddy's face, in the stories that old friends shared, and in the faded photographs that whispered of a bond that had lasted a lifetime.